Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Pisces. It is a general reading. That means it may or it may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So, Pisces, we begin your reading with the Ace of Swords. And you can clearly see that there's a conflict that has happened here because there is blood on the tip of that sword. Okay. Um, so this card can indicate a confrontation. If it has not yet happened, be warned that how you use or wield the sword will determine the outcome. So if the confrontation has already happened, then this conversation ended badly and painfully in this position. Okay. This can signal somebody that this happened and somebody wants to explain. Okay. Um, or that somebody is seeking that explanation on the other side. Um, it can also be about speaking a truth that can be painful, even fearful, but it ultimately opens the door for movement, growth, and healing one way or the other. So I feel like there was this confrontation, but there was something at the bottom of it that needed to be said, or they felt they needed to say it. Um, but they didn't, because how you wield the sword is important. So this person didn't handle it well or say it well. Like they could have said it differently, okay? That maybe would not have been so painful or would have resulted in a different ending and not this one where you're not together and not talking, okay? So, um, this may have already happened and you're not talking, or this could be something that is going to happen, and they're warning you to be careful that, I mean, what needs to be said, but there are ways of saying things, okay? So, that's what they're trying to say. Um, so if it has already happened, though, this person looks like they want to come back and try to pick up the pieces and work things out. They have had a bit of a wake-up call here. They realize that they could have handled this better, all right? With the timing card here, they could be sitting here wondering if it is the right time or not to approach you. Um, they could be, because the time can go backwards or forwards. Time is in question here. So they could be reflecting on something they wish to do in the future, but it is based on something that happened in the past here. Okay. Um, it can be how they are using their time currently. Okay. The owl on this image down here says to use this time wisely. And I feel that they have actually used it wisely. And you can clearly see that they are missing you. They are in reflection on this relationship. This is the Hall of Mirrors here. I feel like there was something this person uh, didn't see about the situation that they see now, because the presence of the owl on the time card indicates that they now see something they didn't see before, because the owl lends its eyes to see through the dark. and the rooster is that wake-up call that, oh my God, you know. Um, I feel like they have cooled off now. They're cooled off. They see that they could have handled things better. They are in regret over how they handled this, the things they said, the pain that it has caused, and the consequence of having handled it that way. There was definitely a consequence for that. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is here, but what I like is that the Wheel of Fortune is in the upright. Okay. We also have the Ace of Swords over here, which is talking about more communication. Okay. Um, th- this person needs to learn how to communicate and needs to get to the root of why they reacted and said the things that they did, because there is a deeper emotional issue behind that. Okay. And that's very important that they find it, because if they don't, and you go ahead and proceed with this healing that I see, then you will end up back here again. So and we don't want that. So what we want is for you guys to learn how to communicate, move forward, um, understand why one does the things they do, where it's coming from, and get that under control, because it's finding an easier or lighter, an easier way to carry that energy. Um, yeah, that's going to help. But first, they must become aware of it. Okay, so they understand they lost control, but do they understand why? They understand that they could have handled it better, but they need to look deeper at why they handled it the way they did. Okay, so that's very important to how this will progress in the future. Right now, they're currently worried. It's possible that this person has lost their cool before. They could be feeling frustrated. They're going back and forth here on whether or not you're going to give them another chance, whether or not you can forgive them. So this is heavily what is burdening them at the moment. Okay. So there is a chance. There is still an opportunity here. There is still hope. The stars are here. But how long it's going to last, you are going to make up. How long it lasts will depend on the work that is done. There will be an invitation coming um, from this person. There's the invitation. What's it for? To communicate, to talk. To talk about what? To talk about coming back. Okay? Coming back together. To talk about how this happened, why, to offer an explanation. Um, it could be that this person was being eaten here by these mice on the inside, because in this relationship, perhaps they felt like they were constantly hitting walls, or hitting a wall or a brick wall. Um, So there's a great need here to go back to the beginning and take a completely different route. Try something you haven't tried before. And so I feel like that key lies in the past, okay, or that doorway, that pathway can be found in the past, or the way to it, or which path to choose, how to do it is going to be found. That answer will be found in the past. So there are messages coming about this communication. Um, they will say all the right things when you hear them, when you meet them. They're feeling very restless, and that's something that I picked up right away on this reading. There's a restlessness. They want to come back. They want to talk about this, but have they given, it feels like they want to give you enough time to cool off a bit as well. So it probably was a very heated conflict that ended very painfully. Um, they want you back. They are, in a way, going to be defensive about something, although they could have handled it better. There is an issue here that they wanted to bring to your attention, but they did not handle it well. Okay? They could have done it differently, is what I keep getting. Um, okay, so this is about presenting you with an offer or an invitation. I feel it's this invitation here. Um, Going back and forth and back and forth. This is about getting the courage to do it and getting the courage to come back, hoping that you can forgive them, set your feelings aside. They lost control of their emotions. Um, uh, when this happened. Okay, they did not handle this correctly. Now they want to come back and they want another chance, and they're hoping you'll forgive them. They're hoping you'll be able to set your feelings aside and hear them out. Okay, they're missing you, you see, and they're filled with regret. This speaks to a very deep regret. So, um, this is putting off. Okay, so they want to, this could be a couple of things. It could be that, um, it could be that something that they kept putting off, built up, especially with the mice appearing in your overall energies here. Just a sec, I'll just find it. It's right here. Okay, there was something that they let pile up, pile up, pile up, and this is the result of that. Okay, it creates like a big mess when you don't take care of these things as they go. So it could be here for that reason, but it could also be here because they know that they've said some painful things, some hurtful things, and they are just waiting. They may feel that right now is not the right time to approach. Um, yeah, as much as they want to. But they are going to communicate, and that is for sure, because the Ace of Swords is here and the stars are here. And so it's like the stars bring hope to a situation. The hope comes through this communication that's going to happen. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. Again, this is an invitation. We go back to the dog, and the Six of Swords is an invitation to move something forward. Okay. So let's take this, let's try to fix this. Let's try to move it to a better place. Judgment is here. Let's lay everything out on the table. Let's talk about this. And so this is about another chance. So it's very important, especially with this particular card, is very important to make sure that you lay everything out on the table, that you talk about all of the ghosts that are haunting you, that are haunting them. Let's talk about it now, okay? So it doesn't, um, it won't kind of pop out and influence the relationship in a negative way in the future. That's what you want to avoid. So this is it. Like it comes down to communication and how you communicate, you know, and not letting things pile up. This should be a lesson learned here, especially with the wheel. I feel like you guys are meant to be together. You just need to know how to learn to be together, how to learn how to be a couple, okay? And communicate. Communication is key for them, for this couple. So, yeah, that is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you. Bye for now.